1 minute. I gotta make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted. All friends, lend me your ears a moment. Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Scarabray, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, we have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy. And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Scarabray, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers? Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind.
If you want something, spit it out. No time for any hemming and hawing. Aside from listening to jackdaw and numpties, I hire out sellswords to them that can afford it. Are you in the market? Fine. Thank you kindly for your business. Now piss off.
Ah, another weary soul. Not many creature comforts yet here at the new guild, but Granny Goodnight and I managed to put a few kegs in a barrow as we were running out. Ah, in the old days, the guild was out in the open. A place for treasure hunters, sell swords, and practitioners to find work and tell tall tales. These days, it's the last refuge for anyone who doesn't fit into the Fatherites' narrow little world. Mages, rogues, folk of the old races. They can all have a drink and know they're not going to have any trouble. Well, they could until tonight. Aye, didn't he make it? Poor soul. Paladin got her before I could get him. No half the barkeep she was, but I'll do my best. It's no much, but... Happy drinking, friend.
Hello, friends. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Sir Stephen of Dengler. Can't talk long. Black Hawk and I are flying off to Lestras soon. That's right, flying. I ride on the back of a great hawk, crossing land and sea as easy as others cross the street. It's always been a dream of mine to circumnavigate the world, and I'm well on my way. Black Hawk is the name of my Black Hawk. Yes, he's a big old bird. Wings wider than the gates of Scarabray. Have him perched on top of Kyralan's tower right now. But you can't see him. Oh no, I made him invisible so he won't scare the populace. See you soon.
Oh, there. I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying or selling a soul now, would you? Lar is the name. Lar of Revellon, at your service. That's right. Usually do brisk business, but not having much luck here. Haven't made a sale in days. Everyone down here in Skara Brae below seems to have one already. Not an empty vessel among you. Up in the new city, of course, almost no one has a soul. I could make a killing up there, but it's too dangerous. What with the Fatherites running things, my sort of business is, frowned upon. Plenty of souls down here to choose from, but no one seems in a selling mood. Too busy fighting the good fight, or some such nonsense. Think I'll have to move on to some place where the people are more beset with ennui. Boredom always helps the market. Nice talking with you.
Welcome to Roscoe's. But I want you to know this is not the Emporium. I'm only here selling this rubbish because the Emporium has been flattened by a giant and occupied by trow. Now, how can I help you? Yes, the 7th of that name, and the first, Fian help me, to abandon the store. Even in the aftermath of Tarjan's destruction, my ancestors kept the doors open, while I'm a disgrace to the name. The rarest, most exclusive collection of magical and mystical items, elixirs and ingredients ever assembled in Skara Brae, now pounded into rubble and occupied by trow mercenaries who are ambushing every poor practitioner who comes through the door looking for me. It is an intolerable situation. My reputation and... Oh, just a moment. I don't suppose you... Oh, but of course you would. What adventurer wouldn't? Ah, well, when I escaped the Emporium, I happened to take with me a lantern of illusion. If you could drive out the trow that currently occupy the Emporium, then set the lantern on the hook outside the door, it will make the place impossible for undesirables to find until I can return and clean it up a bit. After that... if you find yourself in need of best quality magical merchandise, why, I would gratefully sell it to you for a deep, deep discount. What do you say? Excellent. Then here is the lantern, and here is the location of the Emporium. Be careful, though. There are a lot of trow there, and they aren't the friendly sort. Thank you for coming to Roscoe's. Please... come again.
Adventurers. Off to do a little dungeon crawling, are you? Makes me wish I were young again. Always plenty of fun to be had in the underworld. Good luck down there.
Welcome, adventurer. We are the review board of the Adventurers Guild. Before you can be allowed to learn certain skills or follow certain paths, Your progress must be reviewed to be certain that you are worthy. You will know when to return to us. We look forward to seeing you then. Farewell, adventurer.
Ah, I knew you'd come forward, hero. Now, listen. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Scarabray. And Dalgleish, Ringneck, and the Green Lady, who you met during the fighting, have gone to look into some of them. I promised I'd send help if I could find any. Would you look for them and give them a hand? This is the old town, the original Scarabray. When the mad god Tarjan attacked it with fire and storm a century and a half ago, the earth shook so the muddy hills around the town flowed down and buried it to the gables. Ever since, the poor and outcast and outlaw have been digging it out again, little by little, making a home in the dark. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know the troubles we're having now will end when you end them. And somehow, you'll end me too. I only wish I knew why. The Fatherites claim that elves, dwarves, trow, and those who practice magic or follow the old ways are enemies of their faith. But until all this magical mayhem started, the most they would do was preach against us. Now it seems they want to wipe us out, as if that would make them safe. It isn't us behind this terror. Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Scarabray below. I'd look for him first, as Wellbottom's nearby. Then he can help you find the others. Dalgleish is a dwarf smith, and a long-time protector of Scarabray. Someone's been attacking his clients, and he fears it's because he's investigating these terrors. He was off just before the raid to lie in wait for the devils at a client's stall in Scarabray above. She's an elf who dedicated herself to caring for the poorest in Scarabray. She'd heard some rumours of elves luring children away from their families, like in the old tales. She went above ground to learn the truth of it. If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
Now's the perfect time. Everybody's out of their houses, left all their valuables behind.
But what about the monsters? What if we get ate?
Well, be careful, that's all. And if we're caught, well, I run faster than you, so that's all right.
Oi, that's not funny. torn apart right in front of me. Didn't know whether to shout or scream. I think I did both.
I've got a knife, I thought.
Even for heroes such as ourselves, I fear this fight will be too much. Even for heroes such as ourselves, I fear this fight will be too much.
You can't trick me! You're a monster! Just like the other monster! No! 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 Leave me be!
We will die here, but it will be glorious. To the field of honor. Take your targets. Ha!
Coming through!
You want a piece of me?
Please excuse me.
Get over there!
I beg your pardon.
You are even trying!
Two, Mickle and Batface, snatched like eggs out of a hen house.
And you don't know who nabbed him?
They was out scavenging. Didn't know they was gone till Gob found their gear all thrown about down near Sinister Street.
Well, that's a place to start. I'll find them, Cully. I promise I will. Now lock down tight until I get back, aye?
Ta, Ringneck. I only hope you'd find him alive. There's too many of us hurt and lost already.
This is terrible, terrible. And the nappers with such a head start. Oh, who's that? Ah, you must be the one Rabbit promised to send. Am I glad to see you? Some kin of mine have been kidnapped and I could use some help finding them. Wellbottom's the biggest trout camp in all of Keith. Used to be the one place a trout could feel they was safe. Now nowhere is safe. Been talk at the guild of some trow sellswords sneaking around Scarab Brae, killing people and cutting them up. I hope it ain't them who's took my friends, but I got a bad feeling in my belly. Thanks for giving me a hand. Cully said he was taken near Sinister Street. Let's head that way. That's High Priestess Uena, leader of the Temple of the Blessed Lady. She's a lot nicer than Bishop Henred, but they're still on the same side.
Ah, adventurers. I understand why you look at me askance, friends, but please do not think all Fatherites are as close-minded as Bishop Henred's paladins. They may blame all Trow for the crimes of a few, as they do adventurers too, eh? But we do not. Please tell your friends at the guild that if any there needs sanctuary, even from other Fatherites, the Temple of the Blessed Lady is always open. I am High Priestess Uena of the Temple of the Blessed Lady. We of the Temple are dedicated to helping the helpless and healing the hurt, no matter who they are or who has hurt them. We are indeed, but Henred is very zealous. I should not say more. Loyalty is one of a paladin's greatest virtues, but blind loyalty... I wish they followed the actual teachings of the Sword Father's book as fervently as they do those who preach it. I do, child. I pray. Go in peace, child.
She talks as sweet as honey, but I still wouldn't tell her much. Fatherites stick together, no matter what they say.
Sonte, mes amis. Will you help a man buy a drink? I have these things I have no use for now, and I will sell them to you for very cheap. Very cheap. Ah, do you speak my tongue? Are you from Amordi? No? I should go home. What did I think I would find here that I could not find there? But who has the coin for voyage, huh? When drinking costs so much? The armor, the swords, the accoutrements of war. I have given them up, huh? But the memories, they are not so easily disposed of. And so, I must drink. And so, I must have coin. And so, I sell the armor, the swords, and the accoutrements of war. May it bring you more joy than it did me. Come back if you want more. I'll to drink.
Everything gone! My whole collection!
We can rebuild, Johann.
Can we? Those artifacts were irreplaceable! And now they're smashed!
Aha! Here's one who knows what's what. And what can the Fox of the North do for a fellow follower of fortune? That's what the Paladins call me. The most notorious robber north of Lestris. But can they catch me? Not if I can go to ground, they can't. Paladins are afraid of the old city, and with good reason. They've no friends down here. So I cool my heels here when the heat's on, then slip back up above ground for another run. Business is good. Just a few things I've picked up on my last trip upstairs. So long, my bonny comrades.
Ah, was I shouting? Forgive me. It's just the cursed Fazerites. They've wrecked our store and all our merchandise. A collection I have spent a lifetime acquiring. Priceless.
This is Johann, by the way, and I'm Shell.
They seem to have found it objectionable that many of the artifacts we sell are of elven provenance, and so decided to smash them all and arrest us.
We escaped when one of the shelves fell on them, and now we're here, with just a few pieces rescued as we ran out the door.
They seem to have... I was one of the foremost collectors of elven artifacts in Cave. I had a fine selection of puzzle weapons, elven generation books, jewelry, art.
And it's all gone. All but a handful of things. Which we're currently willing to sell at bargain prices.
Arvendy, originally. The son of a master mason. He taught me to love the beautiful things. And I found none more beautiful than elven handcrafts. Except, of course, my lovely wife.
Ha! Flatterer. Lestris. I met Johann there when he was cataloguing my father's library. He was my excuse to escape a life of noble banalities.
Is that all I was? An excuse?
A very good excuse, beloved. We eloped together here 6 years ago to start a new life. Now we start again, I suppose.
As long as I have you, darling, anything is possible. I'm afraid it's only what we could carry.
Please look. Thank you.
Aye, thanks.
This is the place. Blood everywhere. Terrible. Ah, but maybe it can lead us to where there was Took. Have a look around.
I don't know about this.
Well, hey, who's this now? Are you really here? Or was that last batch stronger than I thought? Hey, well. No better way to test the potency of my concoctions than taking a little nip myself. That last one. Oh, are there 8 of you? So long. Now, where was
They're gonna tear us to bits. Maybe we could find another way, eh? I don't know about this. Maybe we could find another way, eh?
Here! They were heading this way. Here, you'll need this to hook that bit that sticks out up there. They've gone into Skara Brae above. Dangerous ground for a troll these days. We best be careful.